What's good, y'all? It's HB Punch and Profit. What a day of trading. Look at all the signals that presented today. And I show you this not because you should be taking each of these signals. Okay, even if you're successfully hitting them back to back to back, probably not the best idea. Once you make some profit, lock out your account like I do. I lock out my funded accounts once I hit 1 to 2 signals, at the most two. I'm not gonna get greedy, and I love that feature with Top Step X because a lot of times we tend to go off of our degenerative behavior and we want to make more money and we jump back in the market and we lose everything, or we even turn out to have a red day. So if you have a lockout feature with whatever firm you're using or whatever account, I would definitely recommend and suggest it. But anyhow, look at all the meat on the bone. Look at all the opportunities. This is why there's no reason for you to have FOMO, fear of missing out, because there will always be another opportunity. So I want you to realize, is it a coincidence? Inversion right here. Why is this an inversion? Because there's a volume imbalance between these two candles. So this is a gap. You get your advanced market structure shift. You enter in at the top of that inversion where the volume imbalance is, and you get this move to the upside. More two to one risk to reward plus, right? All these offer you at least a 2 to 1, okay, or 1 to 2, however you want to phrase it. Okay, that happened at the 950 1010 macro. Right here, you get the silver bullet hour 1020 to 1040 macro. Is it a coincidence? Another volume imbalance. We enter right there where the inversion occurred. Okay, we go up. If you placed your stop wisely, usually I like the candle body low if you want to play it safe and give your trade room to breathe. Hits this swing high, offered you more than a 1 to 2 or 2 to 1, however you want to phrase it. Then that creates these relatively equal highs. We have this little fractal swing low right here. We come back up, we take it, those relatively equal highs, and then guess what? We get this inversion. We get the advanced market structure shift with the candle body close. Now, why didn't I enter here at this inversion that occurred up here? Because it was a breakaway gap. Usually, when you have multiple gaps, okay, and you have this inversion that is a breakaway gap, you want to play where the advanced market structure shift is breached. Play the gap that breaches the advanced market structure shift. So, right here, we have two bearish fair value gaps. One is an inversion, okay, and one is a bearish fair value gap. Let's change the color on that real quick. And that's the gap where you want to find your entry. You place your entry at the bottom of that bearish fair value gap, okay, that breaches the advanced market structure shift. So our entry is there. This is a breakaway gap. Okay, you put your stop just below the breakaway gap, and look at this monster trade. It just goes down and down and down. Now, I don't show you that because that's what you should aim for, but if you're advanced and you know how to leave a runner on and take partials, you definitely could get something. You could continue to play this trade past this swing low, but you could have just aimed for the swing low and it was a monster trade. Even if you missed out on that, guess what? Here we are at the 11:20 11:40 a.m. macro. Another inversion breakaway gap. You have the okay, it doesn't retrace into that inversion breakaway gap, so we have the advanced market structure shift. Where is the bearish fair value gap that breaches the advanced market structure shift? Right here. So we're going to enter at the beginning of that. Now there was a volume imbalance, so you'd have to stretch it a little bit lower, right? This was a volume imbalance. Okay, so that's where your entry is going to be. The bearish fair value gap that breaches the blue line, the advanced market structure shift. Okay, you get in there, little to no drawdown. Once again, nasty trade. Great results. Now, I'm not looking past that. That's more than enough. Okay, we were kind of chopping, not chopping, but it was very high resistance move up in this range. We finally break out of that range, and this is probably more so the A plus setup for somebody who's a beginner right here. After we broke out of that range, this would have been the easier play, even though that was a little bit complicated because you had the inversion breakaway gap. You would have had to enter at the advanced market structure shift, and you'd have been solid. But this definitely, if you're an advanced trader and you know how to read all this was definitely an A plus setup, monster move. And if you were, missing that move, there was an opportunity here. So yeah, lots of meat on the bone. I just want to show you guys the power of that. But yeah, we're gonna close it out for the day. I'll probably put a photo up just for you guys to have the ability to refer to this and see what I'm talking about in detail. This is HB Punch and Profit.